Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Larry and Amy's Kitchen. We have decided that for tonight at supper time, we'd like to have some baby back ribs. And what I love to do when I fix my ribs is I love to start them off in the crock pot first so that they cook all day long in the crock pot, and then we finish them off in the oven with the barbecue sauce, which I'll show you in our second video. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do something a little bit different today that I haven't tried. I got to thinking, and I was saying, well, why don't we cook two things at one time, and let's see what happens. So what I have done is washed four medium-sized potatoes, and I'm going to lay them in the bottom of the crock pot first, just like that. I'm not going to do anything special to them, so that it covers the whole crock pot bottom. I think I'm going to get just a little bit of water, about 1/4 of a cup, not a lot, just to kind of give it a little extra moisture. That's all I'm going to add to it, because you don't need much with a crock pot. And then these baby back ribs, if you've been to the store lately, you know how expensive meat has gotten. Thankfully, pork is still fairly reasonable compared to the way the price of beef has went up. So we love pork, we just don't eat a whole lot of it at one time. And we're just going to cut this in half because it's too long to fit in the crock pot in one piece. And then I love to season my ribs down with
Right down a little bit. There you go.
all seasoned salt, and I like to put a generous coating on it. And what I'm thinking, as this is cooking in the crock pot today, some of these seasonings and flavors are going to soak down into the potatoes that are down below it. They should be soft by the time the ribs are done. The potatoes sort of be like eating a baked potato, already pre-cooked in the juices from the ribs. I like to sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder, or extra. There's probably some already in that seasoning salt, but I've always read that garlic is good for the body, and a little onion powder. And believe me, when you put this in the crock pot and you let it cook all day long, because it's basically almost impossible to burn something in a crock pot, unless you just totally forget about it. The aroma that crock pot emits will flow throughout the whole house, and you will be starving to death by the time it's time to eat. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and put these in the crock pot, just like that. And my last little secret, which I forgot to get out, but I'll do that now. I'm going to reach in here to the refrigerator. Bear with me. I don't know how many of you have ever tried this, but I know it gives it a nice little maple flavor too. I will take some original maple syrup and sprinkle that right over the ribs, and it gives it a nice little maple flavor and a sweetness that you just cannot beat. And don't be afraid to use it. And I can just imagine, with that garlic, onion, the seasoning salt, and this maple syrup flavoring, what those potatoes are going to taste like after this is cooked. Like I said, we'll come back later on and show you what this looks like when I get ready to take it out and put it into the oven, and what I do with it at that time. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn the crock pot on for the first couple of hours to high, so get it nice and warm and get it going. I'm going to put the lid on it, just like that. And like I said, we'll come back later when it's done and show you what I do in my next step. We hope that you'll come back and watch the second part of the video when this is done. And in the meantime, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we try and put at least a couple of videos a week out if we can. And as always, down below, if you want to add some comments to what you do differently or what you would suggest that we try, please feel free to do so. We'll see you on part 2.